Okay, for our spaghetti recipe, you're going to need to get an onion and cut the ends off. It's basically how I always cut an onion. Just cut the ends off. Cut the ends off. Chop it in half. Take off the skin. Lay it flat. Let's get my other skin off here. Lay it flat. Chop it into about maybe like 3 little sections. Then you're going to want to turn it and chop it once. Like this. And like very thin kind of pieces. Then you're going to want to flip it down and continue to chop the other way. And then do the same to the other onion. And that'll give you a nice basic chopped onion. Okay, now while your onions are all chopped, you're going to want to get some vegetable oil into your skillet and put it on like medium high. And you're going to want to collect some stuff like the salt, the pepper. Needs to be into the kernel so you can grind it fresh, because ground stuff like this that you sprinkle on your eggs and the little shakers, that's not good for spaghetti. You're going to want to get some maybe a clove of garlic over here and some oregano leaves. Our oil looks to be like it's getting hot, and just to test, we're going to put an onion in there. Well, not hot enough, actually. You need to get your spaghetti sauce. I'm using canned version because I don't have time to make it for the real version, and your spaghetti noodles. Okay, we all know that French bread goes great with spaghetti. So we're going to cut it up and make French bread with some of the with butter and some sauce on it. Just clearing the space. See, our oil's not hot enough yet. Okay, we got some paper. And our French bread. And I mean, you can just use a serrated knife, but if you've got one, it is so much more fun to use an electrical serrated knife. Let me just get this set up here. Yeah, that'll get the job done. Okay, we need to get our bread out. Okay, I think our oil's hot enough. I'm going to go ahead and add the onion. So you can hear that great, sizzle sound. I'm going to try and get it on. Okay, directly to the onions, we want to add about a teaspoon of salt, or, just a pinch. I'm eyeballing it, and we're just going to let that sit there. Okay, back to the bread. Yeah, an easy way to do this is just to stack the bread on top of each other equally, and then just We want these thin so they'll toast. So they'll toast pretty quickly. And okay, I'm just gonna cut the rest of that up. And the onions are simmering away. Okay, now that we get our even sliced bread, the husks, we're gonna want to dip this in the oil that has been carefully. We want to dip this in the oil that's the vegetable oil, which will give it a nice brown color. Okay, I'm just gonna do that a couple times, and then I'm gonna stop the video to finish it all up. That way you don't have to watch me keep doing this. Okay, now that we have them all like oiled, we're gonna salt them. Okay, I salt and peppered the loaves of bread, and our onions are all reduced, so now we're gonna add the meat. Okay, now that our meat is in here, we're gonna want to add our oregano, approximately a teaspoon. Our lemon pepper, a teaspoon or 2 teaspoons. And our garlic. We're going to want to do 1 clove of garlic. Which I guess is optional. Alright, you got your meat. You got your noodles in there. You're going to let them steam. You got your bread. You need your oven on bake and 400 for the bread. And just need to let this stuff cook. Okay, we've added some sauce to the meat to help it cook more evenly. And we're just going to stir this up. And we have our bread in the oven. Right here. And our noodles are getting softer. As you can see, they're getting nice and toasty. The meat is all brown, and now we're just waiting on the noodles. Alright. To plate. You take some noodles. Make them like that. This is if you don't like spaghetti on. And get some salt. And just salt the noodles. That's how you plate that. Okay, we've emptied out our noodles and left the pot. We got our meat, and we need to add the rest of the sauce now. Okay, that is the noodles inside the, well, it's actually on top of the sauce, and we're just going to put that back on the burner. Make sure your burner's on medium now, because that sauce will burn. And what we're going to do is that we are going to add our meat to the mixture of noodles. I'm going to put this in the sink. And there you have it. 1 second. Alright, there you go. There you have it.